advertisement, please write to Voice of Thailand 2022@gmail.com.
Your APAC Business News Channel and more. Voice of Thailand presents APAC VIP. Welcome to FM 88, Voice of Thailand's first APAC VIP program. We will be broadcasting the interview in several short series right after the international business news every day. We continue with the next part of the interview with Dr. Narongchai Akraseni, PEC Thailand Chair. PEC stands for the Pacific Economic Cooperation Council, considered APAC think tank group. We now begin with the next question.
FM 91.5 MHz for Tehran. You can also listen to the Voice of the Islamic Republic of Iran on Foxtrot, Intelsat 3B, and Iransat or BAD5, and via the internet. Our internet address is fasttoday.com/en. And now you can listen to Arabic English radio via your mobile phone. Please refer to our website for the details.
This is IRRB English Radio. Coming up in the news.
Iran begins a 10-day celebration. It marks the 43rd anniversary of the victory of the Islamic Revolution.
And now, tonight, Voice of Classical French English. Turkey has urged Russia, Ukraine.
And on Sunday, the 6th of February, a rainy day, windy here in London, very bad weather. So if you want to drop the line, all across your radio data, you can go to our website at www.radiofive.com.
Good to have you along wherever you are. My name is Ron O'Quinn. Let's do this again next weekend. And thank you so much for letting me be broadcasting to the world on Shortwave, 6,085 kilohertz. This is Radio MiAmigo International.
Yokante iyembelaki ntomabiso awanse ete yeso abotamaki solo ye mobikisi.
Officials said many of the app's features were designed with the help of police and fire departments from across the United States. Christy Abizaid is the director of NCTC. She said in a statement, with the release of Acknowledge, NCTC is delivering on our mission to innovate how we share intelligence products with our partners.
Geomagnetic field expected to reach G1 minor storm level. February 10th and 11th, today in Genesee peaking at 25 and 5 on the 11th and 13th. Lesser peaks of 12 and 4 on February 12th, 18th, 25th, and March 3rd. Lunar flux rising from 110 on February 12th to a peak of 125 on the 24th and 25th. That's World of Radio 2125. Glen Hauser, thanks for listening, and hear me again next week with a standard disclaimer.
From south of the Alps in northern Italy, you're tuned to Shortwave, the Italian radio relay service. Our address is IRRS P.O. Box 10980 in 20110, Milano, Italy. at country code 39, area code 02-266-6971. Or you may fax us at 706-38151.
Dancing in the key of life. Islamic.
To compensate really for the evisceration of the 1965 Voting Rights Act. And we're seeing, more and more rulings from the Supreme Court, which are very concerning, that seem to suppress vote of particularly minority groups. Is there still time to act in light of the recent failure of the Senate, part of which was due to the so-called filibuster rule? But what are your thoughts?
Alive and kicking. This is a big one from Holland. This is Delta Radio.
Kannst du mir verzeihen? Hier auf 49 Meter 6020. Schönen guten Morgen. Sie hören nach Radio Delta International aus Kutzelle, die holländische Sender.
Flight onto an animal. Now, this throne of God in the judgment is the same scene recorded in Daniel chapter 7, verse 9 through 14. In Daniel, one who sat on the throne was.
This is FM 88, the Voice of Thailand. For advertisements, please write to us at voiceofthailand2022@gmail.com.
In an increasingly digital world, Thailand has seen the necessity of integrating digital tools and ways of life into the fabric of the kingdom. The Thailand Digital Government Development Plan was created to uplift Thailand into a digital economy and unleash all that the status offers.
Kalakala bamususu bajwa kinsango ete mokonji masia asili kobotama na mboka Betelem.
This is the Voice of Turkey's English language transmission, broadcasting from Ankara in the 49-meter band between 1930 and 2030 UTC on 6,050 kHz area.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. This is Halil Ibrahim Sarıkaya from Voice of Turkey. Today, 17th of February, 2022. You are listening to the news. U.S. says Russia adds up to 7,000 troops near Ukraine instead of pull out.
Radio Freda.
يا عم فين الفلوس اللي عليك؟ يا عم هجيبهم لك. ما انت كل يوم بتقول لي هجيبهم لك. يا اخي وعهد هجيبهم لك.
عملت ايه في الموضوع اللي انت وعدتني بيه؟
ياه نسيت بس وعهد الله.
ايه وعهد الله؟ حرام عليك يا اخي. انت ايه؟ نفس الحق. برنامج عهد الله على راديو فريدا.
183/00 out.
That is Shortwave, the poetry of the half of the 19th century, the revolutionary year in the whole of Europe, and a very special 1948 year also in Slovakia, because since the mid-19th century we date the development of the modern Slovakia.
You are listening to the big one from Holland. This is Radio Delta.
Schönen guten Morgen, Sie hören nach Radio Delta International 6020 Und bitte schicken Sie eine Tonbande oder vielleicht eine Audioclip hier von die Sendung. Und auch schöne Grüße an Bernd Kaiser in Ottenau mit den Hörerclub.
Radio Delta Internationaal.
Boudewijn de Groot met Verdronken Vlinder. Je luistert mee naar Radio Delta Internationaal.
So she agreed to take up the role.
In 2008, when I first started my new position as the photo chief for the Beijing Olympic Games, the head of media operations from the International Olympic Committee told me that, Cindy, this is a tough job.
Radio Oekraïne Internationaal, journal actuele blik in Oekraïne. Aan microfoon staat Jan Glen. Die Ukraine hat sichere Verkehrskorridore für das Einlaufen von Handelsschiffen in ukrainische Häfen festgelegt. Teilt der Pressedienst des Infrastrukturministeriums mit. Mindestens bis zum 20. Februar müssen alle Schiffe wegen der russischen Militärmanöver einen langen Umweg machen.
Ukrainisches Radio.
Blick in die Ukraine. In Ukraine sind das Verteidigungsministerium und zwei wichtige staatliche Banken Ziel eines Cyberangriffs geworden.
Pandemic measures in Slovakia will start to be eased as of the 28th of February, announced Prime Minister.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Sendung von Radio Prag International am
that God just sent the waters from above. And if you read on down in verse 11, after the 7 days, it says it came to pass after the 7 days that the waters of the flood were upon the earth. In other words, now it's flooding. The waters were blessing at first. You see what I mean? Coming easy. And when people didn't understand that, didn't want to understand it, did not want to comprehend it, did not want to be reformed or touched by it, then God began to send the water like floods.
I love the Lord a lot more. You know, I love God more. Because without Him, we wouldn't be, you know. Have a blessed day. And pray for me that I get out of this city and get out of the little bit of death that I'm in. I believe God.
I'm Larry London on VOA1. They say the heat will help to get rid of COVID, but we've got the cool weather in the winter, and so COVID seems to thrive on cooler weather. But right now, slowly but surely, cases are coming down a little bit. In fact, some states in the U.S. have dropped the mask requirement.
And now, Radio Freda presents news in English. Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky.
The director of TAT's Phuket office said the number of tourists visiting the resort island has been steadily increasing. When it launched on July the 1st last year, the island saw about 300 tourists a day. Recently, the number of foreign arrivals hovered around 3,000 per day.
Tango, stand by. Message follows. Alpha, November, Oscar, X-ray, November, Tango, Kilo, X-ray, Charlie, Zulu, Golf, Victor, 6, Bravo, X-ray, Romeo, Lima, X-ray, Bravo, Victor, Uniform, 3, 6, 4, Charlie, Lima, Delta, 3. I say again. Alpha, November, Oscar, X-ray, November, Tango, Kilo, X-ray, Charlie, Zulu, Golf, Quebec, Victor, 6, Bravo, X-ray, Romeo, Lima, X-ray, Bravo, Victor, Uniform, 3, 6, 4, Charlie, Lima, Delta, 3. This is Fistful out.
To Europe 24. Our email address is radioeurope24@gmx.de. That's radioeurope24@gmx.de.
As there was no hereditary aristocracy in China, the scholars were aristocrats not by birth, but by personal endeavor. It was proverbial that a shoutai, or person possessing the first degree by having passed the imperial civil examinations for that initial degree, was an embryo prime minister to the imperial court.
Radio Slovakia Internacional.
In addition to these insightful conferences, Between Master and Disciples also features many other inspiring lectures by Supreme Master Ching Hai on subjects ranging from spirituality to daily life, as well as rare insights into other realms beyond Earth.
Our religions are similar, rooted.
Oh, to be sure, it's not a popular stand to take. At times it gets mighty lonely. Some believers become upset and resent hearing that man is held responsible by God for his actions, that the Almighty's will is the definer of one's responsibility.
Sunday on Shortwave. 6, 8, 5.
Radio Classic Sunday.
6.